Welcome to the National Science and Math Quiz. Salma?
5.4 watts.
You're right.
Even function.
You're right. KNUST Senior High School. Congratulations on winning the contest. Welcome to the National Science and Math Quiz. Today we bring you the 24th 1A stage contest in the 2016 edition of the competition. The contest features Opoku Ware School, TI Amass, Kumasi, and Takoradi Senior High School. Takoradi Senior High School. Takoradi Senior High School is represented by
Eddie Foster William, final year.
Do Robert, final year.
You are welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah,
Fine.
fine.
Great. Tell me more. You came from the preliminary stage of competition. What happened there?
Aquamuman knocked us out, but now we are here.
All right. It was Akwemuman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Now the plan for today. Forget that.
Here to do our best.
To do your best. All right. Let's do it. Opoku Ware School. Opoku Ware School is represented by
Edusipoku Edmond.
Osman reading final year.
You are welcome, gentlemen. And how are you?
Yeah, fine, madam.
Okay. Your supporters are extremely loud. What did they have for lunch? All right, never mind. You are Cedar School.
Yes, madam.
What happened last year?
Okay, well, last year, things did not go well for us. Our seniors told us that they tried their best, but things didn't go well.
How far did you go?
To the quarterfinal stage.
Okay. All right. So the plan for today?
Okay, we hope the grace of God will allow us to win.
Okay. Best wishes. TI Amass Kumasi. TI Amass Kumasi is represented by
Mohamed Nabali Yaya, final year.
Mohamed Ali Ahmadu, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. You are coming to us from the preliminary stage of competition. How did your contest go?
We went up against Bregro Presec Senior High School and Daddy Asia Greg Senior High School, and it was a good competition.
It was a good competition. Why? Because you won. Was that it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Hey, very mysterious gentleman. Okay, the plan for today.
Inshallah, victory shall be ours.
Okay. Best wishes. Viewers, our contestants are ready, inshallah. And so, before I sit down, I'd like to remind you that the National Science and Math Quiz is proudly produced by Primetime Limited. We are supported by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We are also supported by RMG Ghana Limited, a leading agro-input company, and Eduanehene, locally produced rice and maize grains. My beautiful fabric comes from GTP. Thank you, GTP. My name is Dr. Elsie Ifa Kaufman. I am a senior lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of Ghana. I am your quiz mistress. Contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. Simple, direct questions requiring simple, direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds in which you can present an answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set of questions, you have 30 seconds. And I'm starting with TI Amass Kumasi. Your question. Find the speed of light in a medium with refractive index 1.2 if the speed of light in vacuum is 3.0 times 10 raised to the power 8 meters per second. Hadi.
2.4 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second.
That's incorrect. Yes, Opoku.
3.6 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second.
No. The right answer is 2.5 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second. You need to calm down, and give your answer clearly. The speed of light in a medium is 0.8 times the speed of light in a second medium. Find the ratio of the refractive index of the first medium to that of the second. Yes, Opoku.
0.8.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Which of you? Do?
2:5.
I'm not accepting that. The right answer is 1.25. Your major question, Takoradi Senior High School. Find the refractive index of a medium in which the speed of light is 2.0 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second. Yes, Foster.
1.5.
You're right. T.I. Amass. Explain the process. Radioactive decay. Nabali.
Radioactive decay is the spontaneous disintegration of a radioactive nuclei to produce a new daughter nuclei with the emission of radiation, such as alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma radiation.
All right. Opoku Ware School. Some radioactive nuclei decay by alpha emission. What is the process equivalent to? Opoku.
Okay. It's equivalent to the addition of 2 protons to the new nuclide, and then 2 neutrons adding to make...
No. Bonus. It is a loss of atomic mass unit of 4 and atomic number of 2, or loss of a helium nucleus. Takoradi Senior High School. By what means can a non-radioactive nucleus be made to disintegrate? Do.
By bombarding it with subatomic particles, such as neutron.
Okay. Next set, 30 seconds, and you have a short preamble. When I get to your school, I will give you a vector. A vector. Find the magnitude of the vector. Your vector, Amass, A is equal to negative 3I plus 4J. Nabali.
5 units.
Yes. Opoku Ware with the same preamble. B is equal to 8I plus 15J. Yes, Nuruddin?
17 units.
Yes. With the same preamble, C is equal to 12I minus 5J. Do.
13 units.
Yes. Amass. Which of the following organisms use lung books for respiration? Your options. A, spiders. B, insects. C, millipedes. And D, snails. Yes, Nabali?
Spiders.
Yes. Opoku Ware School. Which of the following is not a function of the pedipalp in spiders? Your options. A, web spinning. B, reproduction. C, locomotion. And D, feeding. Nuruddin.
Reproduction.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Which of you? You've rung. Yes, Nabali.
Web spinning and locomotion.
No. The right answer is web spinning. Takoradi Senior High School. Which of the following is a characteristic that spiders do not share with other arachnids? Your options. A, bodies divided into 2 segments. B, absence of wings or antennae. C, presence of exoskeleton. And D, presence of spinnerets. Yes, Foster?
Presence of spinnerets.
Yes. The fundamental charge is approximately 1.6 times 10 to the power negative 19 coulombs. That's the preamble. Amass. A conductor carries a net charge of negative 32 nanocoulombs. How many excess electrons does it carry? Hadi?
2 times 10 to the power 9 electrons.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Nuruddin?
20 times 10 raised to the power 10 electrons. Which is the same as?
Yes. But I'm advising you to use standard form next time. Find the net charge on a conductor from which 5.0 times 10 to the power 9 electrons have been removed. Yes, Edusepoku.
Minus 8 times 10 to the power minus 10.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 8.0 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb, or 0.8 nanocoulombs. Takoradi, with the same preamble. A conductor carries a net charge of 32 picocoulombs. Find the net charge on it when 5.0 times 10 to the power 7 electrons are removed from it. It's your hand up, Foster. Go ahead.
2.7 times 10 to the power minus 21 coulombs.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you? Edusepoku?
24 picocoulomb.
No. The right answer is 40 picocoulomb. For the next set, you have 30 seconds and you have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. A cuboid measures 10 centimeters by 6 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Find. Did you get the preamble? All right. Amass. The volume of the cuboid. Yes, Nabali?
300 centimeters cube.
Yes. With the same preamble, Opoku Ware, the total surface area of the cuboid. Eduse Poku.
280 centimeters square.
Yes. Takoradi with the same preamble, the perimeter of the cuboid. Yes, Foster.
360 centimeters.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is 84 centimeters. Last set of questions for the round. Amass. How does taxism differ from tropism? Yes, Nabali.
Taxism is directional, whereby tropism is non-directional.
That's incorrect. Yes, Nurdin.
Okay. Taxism involves the movement of a whole organism, the movement of the whole organism, and tropism involves only a movement of a part of the organism.
Yes. What name is used to describe the physical space occupied by an organism together with its functional role in a community? Yes,
Ecological niche. Ecological niche.
Yes. Name the natural process that can convert atmospheric nitrogen to soil nitrogen. Do.
Nitrogen fixation.
I'm not accepting that. Yes, Nurdin.
Nitrification.
No. Natural process. Natural process. It's lightning. Lightning. And that's the end of the first round.
Welcome to the good life of agriculture with RMG Ghana Limited. Experience our quality crop protection products, seeds, fertilizers, irrigation equipment and technical expertise to increase your yield. RMG Ghana Limited, agriculture on a sustainable basis.
At the end of the first round, Opoku Ware School has 9 points. Amass Kumasi has 11 points. Takoradi Senior High School has 11 points. Long way to go. 4 more rounds. Let me advise all contestants to work really hard. Round 2. This is a round which is also known as the speed race. Questions in this round are thrown to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you need to ring your bell. May I hear your bell, Takoradi? Thank you. Yours, Opoku Ware. Thank you. And yours, Amass. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. Best wishes to all schools. First question. Give the pH range of the gastric juice in the stomach. Yes, Nuruddin.
It's between 1.5 and 3.5.
I'm not accepting that. Yes, Nabali.
1 to 3.
Yes. State the pH range of the albumin of eggs. Yes, Nuruddin.
It's between 6 and 7.
That's incorrect. Yes, Do.
Between 7 and 8.
No. Nabali.
6 to 8.
No. The right answer, between 7.6 to 8.0. Methyl orange indicator has two colors. The acid form, which is red, and the base form, which is yellow. If to a solution of dilute HCl containing a few drops of methyl orange, a base is added. All right, go on, Nuruddin.
Orange.
No.
Red.
Okay, Nabali.
Red.
No. So I continue for you. At what pH will all the red color disappear? Yes, Foster.
At a pH greater than 7.
The right answer is 4.4. Why do amphibians achieve more efficient circulation than fishes? Nuruddin.
This is because amphibians have a 3-chambered heart and fishes have 2-chambered hearts. And as a result, the circulation, they're able to, the blood do not mix. That's the originated and deoriginated blood.
No, you rang. Yes, Hadi.
Fishes have 2-chambered heart and amphibians have 3-chambered heart. So blood is able to circulate faster in the amphibian than in the fishes.
No. Okay, so the amphibians have a double loop circulatory system. Double loop. Goes around twice. In a certain breed of plants, yellow seeds are dominant over green seeds. What will be the expected genotypic ratio in a cross between a plant with green seeds and a plant that is heterozygous for seed color? Yes, which of you? Nuruddin?
1:2:1.
No. Yes, Nabali?
1:2:1.
Yes, Foster?
1:1:1.
Ah. The right answer is 1:1. How do amphibians differ from lobe-finned fishes and most other fishes in terms of their oxygen intake? Do.
Amphibians require larger amount of oxygen than those fishes.
No. Opoku Ware, do say Poku.
With amphibians, the oxygen can diffuse across the skin, but the fishes, the oxygen cannot diffuse across the skin. It can only be taken through the mouth, but with the amphibians, it can be taken through the skin, as well as through the pulmonary veins and also through the mouth.
You are making matters worse. No, I'm not accepting that. Have you rang? Okay. Nabali.
In amphibians, oxygen is able to diffuse across the skin into the blood vessels, and in fishes, it passes across the gills filament.
See, there's nothing like partial credit for this round. This is where the problem is, right? So I can't accept partial answers. The amphibians take oxygen through their lungs and skin. So you were not saying both. You're talking about skin, not ignoring, or talking about pulmonary veins. In the photoelectric ejection of electrons from the surface of a metal, what property of the incident radiation determines the energy of the emitted? Yes, Nabali.
The frequency.
Yes. A A radioactive isotope has a mean lifetime of 20 seconds. Find its decay constant. Which of you? Nuruddin.
Is 0.03465 per second.
That's incorrect. Hadi.
0.03965 per second.
No. Do.
3.465 per second.
No. The right answer is 0.05 per second. What is the change in kinetic energy of a particle with charge Q when it is accelerated through a potential difference V? Yes. Which of you? Edu Opoku?
QV.
Yes. Find the sum in the given base. 600 base 8 divided by 30 base 8. Do.
20 base 8.
No. Edu Opoku?
2 base 8.
No. There's nothing like 20 base 8. Doesn't exist. 20 is a decimal number. So it's 20 base 8. Cosine of A is equal to 12 over 13. And A is acute. Evaluate sine of 90 degrees minus A. Yes, Edu Opoku.
2 over 13.
Yes. Factorize completely. X squared minus y squared plus x plus y. Yes. Edu Opoku.
Into one bracket, x plus y. Into another bracket, x minus y, then plus 1.
Okay. That's the end of the second round. At the end of the second round, Takoradi Senior High School has 11 points. TI Amass Kumasi has 16 points. Opoku Ware School has 18 points. Round 3. This round has our problem of the day. It's a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 3 minutes to present a single answer from your school. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. The thermal conductivity of a certain alloy is 200 watts per meter Kelvin. A 0.5 meter rod made of the alloy has a square cross-section of side 2 centimeters. The rod is thermally insulated and one end is maintained at 0 degrees Celsius while the other end is maintained at 90 degrees Celsius. A. Find the temperature gradient across the rod. B. Give an expression relating heat flow rate to temperature gradient. C. Calculate the heat flow rate through the rod. And D. If the cold end is maintained at its temperature by an ice water bath, calculate the quantity of fresh ice at 0 degrees Celsius that must be added to the bath every hour to maintain the bath temperature. The specific heat capacity of water is 4.19 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, and the specific latent heat of ice is 333 kilojoule per kilogram. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing and present your work. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the boards. The contestants have presented their answers. Before we award the marks, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem in physics involving thermal conductivity. And so we have a certain alloy that has a conductivity, a thermal conductivity of 200 watts per meter Kelvin. And we know we have a 0.5 meter rod made of this alloy, which has a square cross-section of side 2 centimeters. Now you insulate this rod, and one end is maintained at 0 degrees, the other end is maintained at 90 degrees, and we are supposed to answer some questions about it. The first question is to find the temperature gradient across the rod. So one side 0, one side 90. What is the gradient, the temperature gradient? Okay, so this is how to go about it. Orient the rod along the x-axis with the cold end at the origin, 0 degrees there. And then the temperature gradient will be given as dt dx, which is the temperature at the hot end minus the temperature at the cold end, divided by the distance between those two. So that's the length of the rod. So you have 90 Kelvin divided by 0.5 meters, and this gives 180 Kelvin per meter. Okay, so this is how to calculate it. Now the thing is, you see that we have oriented this rod from cold to hot. If you did it the opposite way, then you will wind up with a negative sign, but it's still fine, right? This negative sign simply means that the temperature is decreasing with increasing x coordinate. That's all that would mean. So for doing this correctly, 2 points. The next is to give an expression relating heat flow rate to temperature gradient. The heat flow rate, which is simply dq dt, is equal to negative K multiplied by area, and then multiplied by the temperature gradient. So negative K, of course, K is the conductivity that we have been given. So it's negative K A dt dx. For writing this correctly, 2 points. For C, we are to calculate the heat flow rate through the rod. So we have a relation. Now just simply put in the values we have already got and get a value for the heat flow rate. This is negative 200 watts per meter Kelvin multiplied by 0.02 meter squared. We've converted the centimeters to meters, right? Multiplied by what we calculated for the first part, which is 180 Kelvin per meter. And if you do the calculation right, you will wind up with negative 14.4 watts. The negative sign, of course, means that heat flows in the negative x direction from the hot end to the cold end. That's all that it means. For doing this calculation correctly, 3 points. Actually, process 2 points, final answer 1 point. All right. Finally, if the cold end is maintained at its temperature by an ice water bath, we have to calculate the quantity of fresh ice at 0 degrees that must be added to the bath every hour to maintain the bath temperature. And we're given the specific heat capacity of water and the specific latent heat of ice. All right, so for this part, the quantity of ice that is needed equals the energy transported to the bath in 1 hour divided by the specific latent heat of ice. So what we calculated for the third part, the C, which is 14.4 watts, multiplied by the amount of time, which is 3,600 seconds, divided by the latent heat which we're given, the specific latent heat. So divided by 333 kilojoule per kilogram. If you do the calculation correctly, you will come up with 0.156 kilograms for 3 points, giving a total of 10 points. This is the suggested solution from our consultants. Now, contestants. Let me start with Takoradi. Takoradi, you were not able to calculate for the gradient. The temperature gradient, you were not able to calculate for it, so nothing there. Then you have an equation for the heat flow rate. You have an equation there, but you missed out on the negative sign. Okay, so I'm giving you 1 out of 2 for that. Then you set up the right calculation for the third part. You set the right calculation up. Unfortunately, the end result, you wound up with 15.4. The right answer is actually 14.4 watts, right? So for setting up the right equation, that's worth 2 points. You get that 2 points. And then the last bit, nothing from you. And so you have 3 out of 10. T.I. Amass. You were able to calculate for the temperature gradient, that's worth 2 points. You have a relationship, right? Rate of flow is proportional to the temperature gradient. That's correct, but you didn't tell us about the constants of proportionality, right? It's actually also an inverse relationship. So let me be generous and give you 1 out of 2. Very generous, right? Okay. But that's the end of it. What you have there didn't help anybody. So you have 3 out of 10. Opoku Ware School. You were able to calculate for the temperature gradient, that's 2. You have the relationship for the flow rate, but your negative sign is missing. So I'm giving you 1 out of 2 for that. Then you have the right calculation. You set up the right calculation for C, the third part. But you don't have the right answer because the units are missing, right? 14.4 watts. It's watts. Okay. So for the process, I'll give you 2 out of the 3. And then the last bit, no. Okay. So you wind up with 5 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to present you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you're right, 2 points. If you're incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, 2 full points. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches the penalty point. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set, I have a preamble, after which I will go to Opoku Ware. State whether the following statements about mammalian erythrocytes are true or false. That's the preamble. Did you get it? All right, Opoku Ware. They have nuclei at maturity. Yes, I do say Poku.
It's false.
You're right. Takoradi. They have hemoglobin. Do.
True.
Yes. The cells are less numerous than leukocytes. Nabali.
False.
Yes. The speed of light in vacuum is exactly 2.99792548 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second. Yes, I do say Poku.
It's true.
Yes. The The meter is defined as the distance traveled by light in vacuum in 1 over 299792548 of a second. Opoku.
It's true.
Yes. The second is defined as 1 over 86400 of the time interval between one complete rotation of the Earth. Nabali.
It's true.
No, it's not. At a turning point, the derivative is always 0. Opoku.
It's true.
No, it's not. It's a false statement. A function is increasing whenever the derivative is non-negative. Do.
False.
You're right. At a point of inflection, the gradient is always 0. Yes, Nabali.
It's false.
Yes. It is not possible to use H2S gas to distinguish between ion 2 and ion 3 in separate solutions. Yes, Opoku.
It's false.
You're right. Solid FeOH2 dissolves neither in NaOH solution nor dilute ammonia. Yes, Foster?
False.
No, that's a true statement. H2S can be used to distinguish between copper 2+ and iron 2+ in separate solutions. Nabali.
It's false.
You're right. Life cycle of a flowering plant includes a diploid gamete and haploid spore. Yes, Opoku.
It's false.
You're right. The gametophytes of conifers are physically much larger than their sporophytes. Yes, Foster?
False.
You're right. Mosses and ferns require a film of water for gametes to meet. Nabali?
It's true.
Yes. Average velocity equals half the sum of initial and final velocities. Opoku.
It's true.
No. Average velocity equals the ratio of displacement in a time interval to duration of that interval. Yes, Foster?
False.
No, that's a true statement. Average velocity in motion with constant acceleration equals half the sum of initial and final velocity. Nabali?
It's false.
No. Discrete data are countable. Yes, Opoku.
It's true.
Yes. Takoradi, continuous data are measurable. Do.
True.
Yes. The mean of a set of numbers is equal to the mode of the set of numbers. Nabali?
It's false.
Yes. First ionization energies usually have positive values. Opoku?
It's true.
Yes. In the second period of the periodic table, neon has the highest first ionization energy. Yes, Foster?
True.
Yes. Since first ionization generally increases from left to right in a period, aluminium has a higher first ionization energy than magnesium. Yes,
False.
Hadi?
It's false.
You're right. And that's the end of the fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, Takoradi Senior High School has 22 points. TI Amass Kumasi has 29 points. Opoku Ware School has 35 points. Round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. In order to solve a riddle, you need to ring for it. May I hear your bell, Takoradi? Thank you. Yours, Opoku Ware. Thank you. And yours, Amass. Thank you. When you ring, the answer must be ready. There are 4 riddles. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I am a quadrilateral. I fit my outline in 2 positions. I have no axis of symmetry. Yes, Nuruddin.
Parallelogram.
You're right. That was the third clue. 3 points. I was first observed by Gregor Mendel in 1865 during his studies of genetics in pea plants. I occurred during meiosis in eukaryotes. A very noticeable feature of me is recombination. Do.
Independent assortment.
You're right. That was the third clue. 3 points. I am a type of motion. I may occur at constant velocity, that is with 0 acceleration. Yes, Do?
Uniform circular motion.
No. But I can also occur with non-zero acceleration. When a body undergoes my kind of motion, every part of it is displaced by the same vector, and its orientation remains unchanged. Edu Sepoku?
Linear motion.
No. Who am I? Nabali?
Rotational motion.
No. Anyone? Oh, no. Every part is displaced by the same vector. What is it for no point? No. The right answer is translation. I was born in an English town not too far from Manchester. My father, who was a bookseller, wanted me... Yes, which of you? Nuruddin.
Michael Faraday.
No. I continue. My father, who was a bookseller, wanted me to be an engineer. When I gained admission to Cambridge University, I chose rather to read mathematics. I started working at the Cavendish Laboratory, also in Cambridge, after graduation, and rose to become the head of the prestigious laboratory at the age of 28. I did a lot of work on positively charged ions in electric and magnetic fields. Despite my interest in positively charged ions, I discovered the electrons. Yes, which of you? Do?
J.J. Thomson.
Yes, it's J.J. Thomson. I was reading the 6th and final clue, 3 points, and that's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Takoradi Senior High School has 28 points. Amass Kumasi has 29 points. Opoku Ware School has 38 points. Takoradi Senior High School, thank you for being here. Do, please console yourself. Best wishes. Amass Kumasi, thank you for being here as well. All the best to you. Opoku Ware School, congratulations on winning the contest. Please prepare well, very well. Yes. And I look forward to seeing you at the quarterfinals. Best wishes. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this contest. We are still at the 1A stage of competition. Next time, we'll bring you St. Mansu Senior High School, Sunyani Senior High School, and West Africa Senior High School. Viewers, The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly produced by Prime Time Limited. We are sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from RMG Ghana Limited, a leading agro-input company, and Aduane Hine, locally produced rice and maize grains. Thank you for joining us and see you next time. Bye.